Hi everyone, hope you're all okay. Right, so this video is just going to be a sort of a small thoughts video on PonyCon 2021. Well, yes, I went and I had a great time. It was great to, probably the best thing of all was to see Sam again, from Brony's UK channel, also known as 000 Firestorm. It was a great weekend away. Just great to be back at a convention again after over 2 years. Because it was getting to a point where we wonder if we'd ever be able to go to events like that again. I think. But it has been a good time. It was just a fun escape from reality, which is the genuine feeling I get when I go to conventions. And, I'm around people in a place where we can just be ourselves and we're all into more or less the same things. Okay, right, so, well, I left, of course, for Friday. I went to Nottingham, met up with Sam when he arrived. Then we, of course, just went off to the hotel and got checked in. And then we chilled for a few hours. We re-watched the Gen 5 film in preparation. So I've now seen that for a second time, and it's a truly good film. What I'm glad about is that you don't necessarily have to have seen all of Friendship is Magic to get the gist of it, because I still haven't seen all of Friendship is Magic. I've started watching season 6 finally of that, and hopefully I'll be able to just catch up and watch the rest soon. So yeah, so it was Saturday was the first day of the convention, so we went down. We were there for about 10 to 11. Basically what we had to do was give our evidence that we'd had both jabs, which we both had, and then we were in the venue, and so the first thing we did was we just checked the programs, had a scout around just to see where everything was, because all the events, most of the events were taking place in the lecture halls, because it's at Nottingham University. So we went there. We just went and had a look round and double checked the schedule, and then of course what we did was, after the opening ceremony, we went. Yeah, the first event we went to was the opening ceremony, which I thought was very nice. That was delayed by a few minutes because just had to sort a few things out. But technical problems, it happens. So, yeah, that was a very nice, warm introduction, and I hadn't seen any footage of the last year's online PonyCon. I didn't actually know they did it, but all the crew, all the organisers were saying how happy they were to see everyone back. For obvious reasons, there wasn't quite as big a turnout this year, but they were still just pleased to see that we all got back. We'd all come back and let the fandom for the franchise continue. Okay, so yeah, after the opening ceremony, we went down to this floor where the sellers are. We had a look round. Sam hadn't been there. I'm always convinced I was going to be the first to buy something, but no, Sam hadn't been there 5 minutes and already picked up the lovely little sunset shimmer figure that he showed you in his video. I'm not going to do a full haul video because all the purchases I picked up are already on the shelves. What I mainly picked up was plushes and a couple of figures. I actually picked up 4 plushes, including this awesome Spike. Now, I have been wanting a Spike plush for about 2 years now. I hoped to find one at PonyCon 2019, but unfortunately I couldn't find one the last time, and I was giving up hope of finding one this time because I couldn't see any on any tables. But I noticed, I was looking in one of the boxes that had some plushes in, and buried under some of the ponies, I noticed in a bag something with these back colours. I thought, oh, I know what this is. This is Spike, and that this was in a bag, so it was nice and clean. So I immediately pulled it out, asked the seller how much it was. It was 12 quid. So I immediately just got the money out, paid for it. So I got one thing I really wanted. Okay, yeah. So also one thing I bought was I did buy, like Sam did, I bought the Tales of Equestria starter pack game, which is the storytelling game, sort of like Dungeons and Dragons, but set in, based on MLP. So I'll be looking at that. The events, there's an event that I go to weekly where we go to a place that's you can bring board games to play, and I think that might be something they'd be interested in. So I'll be taking that there, because there are one or two others in that group also that like MLP, and I have watched a few videos on YouTube talking about the game to try and get the gist of it. Okay, so I didn't go to as many of the panels because I had a really great time, but yeah, Sam went to one or two more panels than I did. But one thing I really loved was Britannia Buddies, which was basically like just a group meeting of people where we can meet and talk properly to other people at the convention and talk about how we got into MLP, and we can all get to know about each other, because it's really lovely just to be in a group, just to meet up with a group of people that and we can all share our stories. We can talk about our lives and our interests in My Little Pony. Yeah, I went to the first session. I was looking around. I was looking around the stalls again, and getting something to eat in the cafe when Sam went for the second time. But it was great to have that, and so I really just hope I can go again next year. Okay, I will just say I'm not going to get anything down, but I bought something I wanted, was the Sunset. Something I've been on the lookout for was the Sunset Shimmer Build-A-Bear plush, so I got that. I have a small Princess Cadence plush, a mini one, but unfortunately I bought it from the charity shop and I found her wings were missing. Her wings had either been cut or torn off, so I found another one, a replacement for £4 that's in great condition. This one has her wings, so she's up there now. Of course, I already told you about good old Spike. And finally, and I also bought a little Apple Bloom plush as well. So those are the plushes I bought. I bought the main PonyCon 2021 shirt. They had it in two colours. They had navy blue or red, or navy blue or crimson red type colour. I chose the navy blue colour. I bought some gifts for our friend John, who also is one of the main hosts of Bronies UK. I bought a little bit more than I intended. Sam very kindly bought me a nice rarity figure, a mini one, which is now on my shelf with all my other mini pony figures. I've got a small collection that's building up. I bought a bigger, a sort of a 12-inch size figure of the same rarity. So yeah, and that's now on the shelf with my Luna Nightmare Moon. I bought a figure of Tempest in her sort of vehicle thing. She's in that sort of dodge and car thing from the movie. I bought that, and I bought one of the cannon, the pony and the cat with the cannon from the My Little Pony movie as well, that actually has chickens you can put into the cannon and fire it, so that was good, so I bought that. So yeah, that's the purchases. That's all the purchases I got. But on the whole, it was just nice to talk to people. The cosplayers were really good. There were some really good cosplayers there. Got a few pictures. I've got a bit of footage. Oh, I must just quickly talk about the charity auction. That was where I think we had the biggest laugh. Just watching people hold up their cards, saying, and have, Bex, lovely Bex, going higher and higher with the bids, mainly on the convention banners. That was a really good laugh. And some of them, one or two of them, even went for over £2,000. So yeah, but that was really fun. I didn't bid for anything in the auction, unfortunately. It's a real pity I couldn't, but because it was going to a really good cause, to a charity that offers actual horse riding lessons and pony riding lessons to disabled people. I would have liked to have bid for something, but things have got just a little bit too out of my price range. But maybe next time. Hopefully next time. Okay, yes, so, oh, and just one other thing, Sam also mentioned this, but I was surprised to hear, I was getting worried that people might ask me some questions about what I've not yet seen in Gen 4, but, what I heard was that people, like the effect of the Gen 4 movie, which brought in a load of fans, new fans to the franchise, which the Gen 4 movie from 2017 was my big introduction, really, and that's where my fandom really started. That's when I started to really take the steps to become a brony, and start watching the series after I'd watched that movie. But I heard that a lot of people who had come this year, a lot of the newbies had come just fresh from watching the G5 film, the new Gen 5 film on Netflix, the My Little Pony New Generation film, and they didn't know anything about Gen 4 or any previous generations. So yeah, and that was really good to hear that it's already having that effect of bringing new fans in, and so yeah, and that was something, honestly, I don't think I expected. I thought, of course, that new fans will come in, for when they introduce a new generation. And the way that the film plans out, the film's setting up the tone for the new series very well, I think. I know there's to be another short before the series actually begins, but yeah, so it'd be nice, and hopefully, before that short or the series starts airing, I can get completely caught up with the rest of Friendship is Magic. I think I've seen most of the Equestria Girls stuff. Okay, yeah, so the last thing we did, the last thing, of course, we went to was the closing ceremony. We were there for longer on the Sunday than the Saturday, because more of the things I think both Sam and I wanted to go to were on the Sunday. But yeah, the closing ceremony was a lot of fun. We had to sing along to some of the MLP favourite songs from the series soundtrack and the Equestria Girls soundtrack too. So that was a lot of fun. And then basically we just left, and then just when we got back to the hotel, we had a look at all our purchases, started to get packed up and ready to go home. Okay, yes, so that's very much my experience. That's my thoughts on PonyCon. Overall, great time, great weekend away, and I really hope I can go again next year. The possibility of going to what was it? I can't remember the name of it now. Isles something, another pony convention in Manchester just for a day. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it, but hopefully Sam's thinking of going. We're both kind of 50-50. It's kind of a 50-50 thing, and we're not sure if we'll be able to do it, but it would be nice if we did. Green's Isles, I think it's called. I got a flyer for it at PonyCon, but yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, thanks all for watching. You're all awesome, and I will see you soon. Bye.